Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, cottagers. Welcome in, welcome in. Happy Saturday. I hope everything is going well by you. But welcome in, Calio. I don't know what to do about that, the snow angel emo. I like it a lot, but should we have it year round? I don't know. It was a gift from Z, so I feel bad taking it away. Good evening, Raz. Good evening. I hope you had a good Saturday so far. It's a cute emo, isn't it? It's just such a cute emo. It's just so happy. It's just so happy. I don't really want to take it away. I am sad. I talked about it a little bit on Discord. I had to take away our spinning frog emote because the person that I bought it from ended up not being a good person, and I found out about that recently, so I don't really want to like give them press by crediting them in stuff. So we're gonna have to find a new animated frog emote. I'll search around for one. If you guys find any on your travels on the internet, feel free to give me a shout. Otherwise, I'll hunt around for one, or if I can't find one, maybe we can make one together. Like we can figure out what kind of animation we want and I can commission one. But yeah, because I like having like an animated frog emote for you guys too, aside from just like the static frog that we change. Well, we're supposed to change every month, but I've been struggling this spring. Better to dissociate from bad people. Yeah, I just like, yeah, she just ended up like not being a very good person, or not having a very good presence on the internet, and so yeah, I just would rather not give additional press, or I don't want people clicking over to her channels or whatever. So I was like, you know what, we'll just remove the emotes. That's fine, no problem. They were pre-made emotes too. Like, it would be maybe a little bit different. We'd have to figure something out if it was like custom emotes that were made, but these were just pre-made ones that I found on like Etsy. So no big deal, got it all sorted. But yeah, so if you come across any cute animated frog emotes that are up for sale anywhere, you guys give me a shout and I'll snag them for us. But yeah, today we're gonna be playing Story of Seasons, Friends of Mineral Town. We're in spring of year 3. We finally unlocked strawberries. It took us 3 years to do it, but we did it. So that's in the cards today. That's the plan. What else we got? I think so the plan is, as well, I think we're gonna like end Friends of Mineral Town when we have our kid, because I did some hunting around, I did some looking stuff up, and it takes a long time. A lot of things are just really time gated. I don't remember if this is how it was in the original. It totally could be, but I was like thinking about maybe we would see more of the kid cutscenes and see the kids growing up, but yeah, it's just very time gated. It takes like months of in-game time for that to happen, which is like a lot of hours for us to play through. So I think once we get our kid, we might say, all right, we did what we came here to do. Ain't nobody got time for that. I think if I was less burned out, I might be able to power through, but I will say the one thing that's been kind of tough in the remake is like we're kind of like friends with everybody already. Like, there are still some cutscenes that we could see for sure, but yeah, it's just like it's a lot of time doing the same stuff with like not a whole lot of new things cropping up. So yeah, so I think we're gonna end after we get our kid, and then we'll move over and start playing Red Dead Redemption 2, our horse game. So that'll be the plan. All right, let me go ahead and boot up the game. Let me get that going. Also, let me make sure my volume is not too loud. And then we'll swap over and we'll get everything all set up. I might have to adjust my audio. You know what? I should probably write down what I've got here. Hold on. Let me look. When we move over, I won't flip-flop it right away. Okay, let me super fast. So my game audio is at 16.1. I just need to remember this because, you know, for Monsty Hunty tomorrow. Monsty Hunty 16.1. Okay. Okie dokie. And need some properties. Let's swap this over to Mineral Town. Okay. Might have to boost it just a little bit. Like here, maybe. You guys let me know once we get in and there's not really like a ton of music playing if it's too loud or too soft. Also, give me 1 second. My goodness, I'm gonna have to put Pickles down. I just realized I didn't take my allergy medication. I was like, why is my nose running all of a sudden? Pop down, Pick. I'm sorry, Girl Pop. I know. I'm sorry, Girly Pop. Sorry. Let me get my meds. 1 sec, big girl. Let me get my allergy meds, because otherwise I'm gonna perish from pollen. They're gonna get me. Dang allergies, I know. I still have a bit more time. I think I still have, like, once we get into June, there will hopefully be fewer birch pollen things blooming, but it is the time. My real problem is that apples are birch pollen, and I own apple trees. I have an orchard. So that makes my life more difficult. I have an orchard of fruit trees that are the exact pollen branch that I'm allergic to. Anyway, let me mute for 1 sec. Give me 1 second. Alright, I'm back. Also, welcome in, Opal. And welcome in, Headless. Welcome. I love apple trees. Love seeing them grow wild in the upper Sierras. Oh, that sounds amazing. Wild apple trees? I love that. But yeah, it's funny, when we first moved to the house, so when we were buying our house, it was winter. So we were actually viewing the house in, like, we came and looked at it in January, and we closed in, like, March-ish. We were actually trying to close right when the pandemic was popping off, so we actually maybe we closed in April, but, because the pandemic the panini ruined things for a bit. But we didn't actually know that they were apple and pear trees, because they were just bare. And, then when spring showed up, we were like, wait a second. These are apple trees. They are very diseased, though, and they have not been taken care of for, like, probably 15 years before we bought the place, so they need a lot of help. We've been trying to prune them, help them out, but we'll see. I did plant a peach tree, though, so I have peaches now, so that's kind of exciting. But my peach tree has peach tree curl, which is like a fungal infection. It's okay though. It's not like the worst thing in the world. All right, I looked at this, but I didn't really absorb. Okay, so it's Lilia's birthday today. Do you think she likes eggs? Because she runs the poultry place. And then we have Bon Vivant's birthday, but he's like not gonna be here. Because the cooking, I don't think he's here the day before the cooking exhibition. Unless I'm wild and he comes the day before. For the most part, they're truly domestic. But some toughed it out, so apple doctors are examining them for special traits. Perfect. Come here, Pick. Come here. I know, I'm sorry I evicted you when I had to get up and get my medication. I'm sorry. You wanna come sit? There you go. Oh my goodness. Nerding out because of my horse college. Had a lot of plant experts. I bet. That sounds fun though. Alright. Yeah, the cooking exhibition should be pretty chill. Okay. It's Saturday. Let's see, weather tomorrow. Bright and sunny. It's sunny today because we can hear the music, so there's that. Maiden Memoirs is kind of a creepy show, so I'm gonna skip that one. Alright, let's go take care of all of our friends. We won the Spring Derby. Again, I'm not sure if the Spring Derby is easier than the Fall Derby, because I remember the first time we did the Spring Derby, we also won, but then we got clapped in the Fall Derby. Like, it was not close. So I don't know if that's a thing. I don't know if that's a thing. Anyway, we're gonna say hi to all of our children, then we're gonna let them all outside, because it's a nice day. And super fast, we're gonna just make all of our mayo. Remy, welcome in, girl. How are you doing? How you feeling? How's your back feeling? I didn't get a chance to fully respond this morning. I was running late, I'm not gonna lie. Kind of went back to bed. I woke up, I talked to a friend, and then I went back to bed, so it's not been my finest hour. Crappy, don't worry. No, I'm sorry, girl. That sucks. That sucks. I hope it feels better soon. A happy Saturday otherwise. Happy Catterday, as I told Miss Pickles. Alrighty. You ordered food? Ooh, what did you order? Let us live vicariously through you and your DoorDash. Okay, sorry kid, I did not mean to talk to you like 6 times. My bee. Sushi rolls, cola, and some side orders. Ooh, what kind of sushi rolls? That sounds delicious though. Sounds like an excellent Saturday meal. My favorite kind of sushi these days. I mean, my absolute favorite is pickled mackerel, like nigiri pickled mackerel. Or sashimi, honestly. But normal stuff, I do like spider maki, which is like deep fried soft shell crab. I don't know that I feel like that's Americanized though. Tofu and California. Oh, I love California rolls. Got McDonald's slop just now, was feeling their sausages. Alright. Hey, McDonald's is good protein per dollar ratio. So, you know, if you're at a loss and you need protein and you don't have a lot of money, McDonald's actually has pretty good protein to dollar ratio. Also, welcome in, Mary. Happy Saturday. Hope you're doing well. Welcome. Alright. Actually, maybe I'll give Lilia honey. I feel like honey is always welcomed in this town. I don't know what else I was working on. I may never know. My brain is like a sieve in the mornings. It's a miracle if I remember to do anything that I'm supposed to do. Let's see. to the goddess, though. Oh, well, if it isn't Raz, how lovely of you to come see me again. I always appreciate an offering. Oh my, I'm rather fond of this. How wonderful. Thank you, and bye-bye. Bye-bye. Also, Calio, thank you for the head pats. Gonna miss LA food selection when I leave this month, but the food is so good. Yeah, LA has really good food. That's what I hear. You guys have good food selection. I imagine it's kind of like New York City food selection, where you kind of just, you have access to everything. And then when you leave that, you're like, I'm sad. I no longer have access to the everything. She's happy this time. Yeah, she likes flowers. So if you just give her flowers, she's happy all the time, and she's happy we found at least one cooked dish that she doesn't hate, shockingly. She likes palboche, but otherwise she's like, this is trash. And she actually hates gems. Weirdly enough, I thought gems would be fine because, like, you know, I thought she was all about the natural world, but no, she hates gems. I made the mistake of giving her a gem once, and she was like, I'll let you off with a warning, but this is my most hated thing. And I was like, oh, sorry about that, ma'am. I had no idea. Apologies. Alright, actually, how did you get in here, lamb? You're not supposed to be able to get in the garden. She's not a crystal girly? She's not. She's like an anti-crystal girly. Very much not into the crystals. Gem was cut and polished, so it's no longer natural. I guess so. I guess that's true, Calio. My, and today is my birthday too. Why, thank you, sweetie. How old am I? Now, you know a lady never tells. That's so fair, Lilia. Keep your secrets. That's fine. That's the only explanation I can think of. That's like kind of reasonable. I can get that. I can get behind that conspiracy theory. It makes sense to me. Let's see. Also, okay, I have 2 days left, including today, so I probably actually need, whoa, Sasha, probably need to go talk to the sprites, so trying to think how many I should get. I'm just gonna get 2 stacks. Just gonna get 2 stacks. So I'll ask the 3 that I had before. First I'm gonna give them flour as a gift to be like, don't hate me, please.
Wow, yay! Thank you! I love it a super duper lot! Whoa, thanks very much! I like it a whole lot! Thank you! I like it a whole lot!
Alright.
Hey, looking forward to the tea party, Raz?
We already had the tea party, friends. Can you water my crops, though? For 7 days? Actually, should I ask them tomorrow? Yeah, let me actually... Okay, I'm actually gonna wait. I'm gonna wait 1 day. Because I don't think tomorrow's a festival, so I think I'm safe. Also, let's go play fetch on the beach. Let's do some beach partying. Play fetch with pickles. Yes. We don't need to know the rules, thank you. Go for it, girl. Nice. Nice. You don't pay those forest children to labor on your farm, do you? I pay them in friendship, and I give them wheat flour, which they really like. But no. Technically I do not pay them in dollars. Oh my god, nice! New record! Nice job, Pickles! Look at her go! She's a killer! She is a killer! I don't know if she's gonna keep going though. Oh, she is. Okay. Maybe because she caught everything so far. She's feeling it. No, okay. I spoke too soon. She's like, I don't want to play with you anymore, Mom. I'm done. But no, technically, I don't pay the forest children anything except for, you know, my friendship. It'd be legal depending on the age. Well, they're pretty old. They are forest spirits, so as far as I know, they're pretty ancient. I don't know that they mention it in this one. In some of the games, they talk about like you know that they've existed since like your grandfather's time or whatever. I don't know if that's true here though. Child labor is fun with agriculture. Child labor kind of continues to exist in agriculture. For sure. Oh yeah, also, let's sell that. And I guess I'll just keep the... I'll just keep these on me for now, that's fine. That's fine. See, they just come, they hang out on my spot, they play music. I don't know, they're having a nice time. TLDR, farm children are often the only ones who know how to do anything on the farm, including driving heavy equipment. Oof. Well, that's not great. That's not great. What do you think, Miss Pick? What do you think, Miss Pick? Luckily, it seems like you can't really hurt your animals, even by accident, with your scythe, because you definitely could in other games. You could accidentally hit them, but maybe since they added, like, the wider range stuff, they don't make it hurt anybody. Because I vaguely remember if you accidentally, like, hit your animals with your scythe, you're cooked. Okay. Dude, I could have sworn I already picked up that thing. Also, oh my god, one of my eyelashes is, like, determined to stab me in the eye. It's one of the great downsides to having naturally long eyelashes is they sometimes just fold in on themselves and do their own thing, and you're like, hey, hello, what if we didn't do that? What if we did not stab our own eye? What about that? What about that? Love seeing livestock on pastures. Love that horse's mane. Oh yeah, I gotta put Calf away. They're cute though. It's nice in the games when they let you just like put everybody out to pasture and then they graze naturally themselves there. Calf, where are you? Oop, no, I wanted the farm map. Oh my god, the far corner. Excuse me, Calf. Hello? The one problem with Calf is he's very big. He's actually like too big for the road sizes here. He's like, he doesn't look it like compared to us, but he's like draft horse size compared to the roads. It makes finding a place to park him difficult. And it's hard to pass people on the road too. He's just a big boy. Alright, let me mute one sec again. I'm sorry, my nose is just running now that I've taken my meds. Alright. I'm back. Also, Headless, thank you for the hydrate and the posture check. Everyone, make sure you do a great big stretch. Make sure you are uncooked shrimp if you must be a shrimp. Make sure you get a sip of something. Doesn't matter what it is. Something's better than nothing. Horses have right of way. Well, try telling the people that live here that, because they have a different opinion. They have a different opinion for sure. Alright, today's weather, normal. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the sprites today. Thank you, love. I honestly love it. You know me well. I sure do. It's because we're married. Also, good morning. Happy Sunday. Alright, tomorrow's weather. Nice and sunny. Cool. Dear Princess, Part 1. Okay, so then we're restarting Dear Princess. It was my favorite show, though. I gotta say. It was my fave. Definitely my favorite one on TV. Okay. The strawberries are not ready yet. When are you guys gonna be ready? Come back here. Cairo. Okay, I think I have... Okay, whoops. I think I've said hi to everybody. I think that's the whole crew. Okay. Here we go. Let me get my brush out. I still find it slightly irksome that all the animals go back at night except for Cap. Even my cat, Pickles, goes back on her own. All the chickens, all the bunnies, all the cows. And Calf is just like, no, I do my own thing. I mean, maybe he likes to sleep outside, but, you know, still. Some horses are rascals like that, I know. He's one of those, for sure. He'd be the horse that's, like, hard to catch in the pasture, who's always like, no, no, I'm playing with my friends, I don't want to hang out. Technically, livestock tend to be more awake at night than during the day. Oh, interesting. I did not know that. Oh my god. Tadpole, you are far away. Tadpole is always doing her own thing, though, I gotta say. It's a common occurrence with her. She's off on her own. The others are all clumped up and Tadpole's like, no, I'm gonna be on the other side of the barn. See you guys. Alright, let's let everybody out. We have nothing else to harvest. That's why if it's the middle of the day and you see a bunch of horses or cattle on the floor, it's because that's when they feel safest. I guess that makes sense. Maybe less predators out during the daytime, but more hunting at night. I guess, like, I get that. I understand that. I mean, technically humans wake up after every sleep cycle, apparently, for, like, similar reasons. Also, I'm sorry. I have to mute again. I'm sorry. My nose is running so bad. Cat form, yeah. And we wake up at the end of every sleep cycle as humans and are like, okay, check that everything's good and then go back to bed. Okay, actually, let's do the sprites and stuff first, because otherwise, I know myself, I'll forget. Oh my god, Pickles, you almost fell, girl. Whoa! Girl bean. See, Calf actually cannot fit through this gateway, so you have to walk to the sprite's house. Okay, doing this again.
Wow, yay! Thank you, thank you! I love it a super duper lot! Woo! Thanks very much! I like it a whole lot! Thank you! I like it a lot! I like when you get to come to our tea parties, Raz. Do you need something?
I sure do. Can you water my crops for 7 days?
Okay, I'll start tomorrow. I promise I'll try really hard.
Alright, thanks, friend.
I'd have tea parties every day if it meant you could come to visit, Raz. Do you need something?
I sure do. I don't want to water my own crops.
Okay, I'll start helping tomorrow. I'm gonna whisk your farm into shape. If we had a tea party every day, would you come every day too, Raz?
I probably would, actually. The tea party was lit. The tea party was pretty lit. I probably would swing by every day.
Okay, we'll start helping tomorrow. I promise I'll work extra super hard.
Hi, Raz. You and chat looking beautiful today. Welcome in, Mochi. Hope you're doing well. Oh, wait. How did I get cat mode on? How did that happen? Hold on. I didn't even notice that. How did that... I must have pressed a button. Hold on. Wait a sec. Wait a sec. What? Oh, the down key. That's why. I was like, what? What? I thought you were saying cat mode, cat form as far as like humans waking up often, like cat naps. I didn't even think to look at the stream. Well, welcome in. Hope everyone is doing well. Oh my god, where did Calf? You are always wandering, sir. You are always wandering, sir. Oh, you know what? I should make food and then bring it to Lou. We should go back to our house and like I can pick up something from my fridge. Don't need to know the rules. We're just gonna play fetch with our cat. Very normal. Very normal thing, you know? We're just practicing. Nice, she caught that one. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. It's not a given, even if you're in the green. Yeah, she's done now. She's like, we ran too far. Alright. Let me go to my house. Let me get some food. I'll bring it to Lou so we can be friends with her. Let's see. What do I have in my fridge? Oh yeah, I have cookies and stuff, but those were gifts. I would feel weird. I would feel weird. I can bring her some mushroom rice, though. Let's go. Hi, welcome in, Ally. Hope you're doing well. Happy Saturday. Hope things are good by you. We're just vibing, bringing some food to Lou. See if she'll befriend us. Oh my! Now don't that look finger looking good, You're giving it to me. I'm gonna savor every last bite. You can bet your britches on that. Much obliged. Thanks, Lou. She's such a good bean. She's such a good bean. Alright. We've done our duties for today. Everything we needed to do, at least. Actually, have I tried fishing with the fishing rod in here? Like the new one that we got? The mithril one? Don't know if I did. Don't know if I did. You coming up, Pick? Ooh, a blotched snakehead. Alright. Yep, come sit, girl. Yeah. You wanna come lay down? I also have to mute again. I'm sorry. I swear pollen season is my most nerfed time. My allergy meds should, I don't know, hopefully kick in. Sometime, perhaps, soon. Brandon, I'm fishing here, bro. You gotta give me some space. You gotta give me some space, sir. He's like, no, that's my spot. Well, too bad. I'm fishing here. Get a different spot. Get a different one, sir. Okay, silver carp. The silver carp looks so silly. I don't know what it is. Their eyes just like really low on their face. So their picture looks kind of goofy. Actually, you know what? I'm curious. I forget if there's a fishing log. Let's go to the house. I have lots of books on my bookshelf that I never look at. Let's check. I'm actually gonna put the medium fish that we caught in my fish pond. And let me just quick check. Books, fishing log. So there is interesting. I wonder if does it show everything or just what you've caught? Like one of. I feel like it's just showing what you actually caught and it doesn't give away what the other fish are. When are you going to consider this game completed? What goals you got left? The only goal left is having a child. So when we have our child, I'm going to say we've done all that I am capable of doing in my kind of burned out state. To be honest. That's going to be my point. So in theory, let's look. So we got married on the 27th. How does gay marriage and children work in this game? You will see. It's pretty magical. That's all I can say. It's pretty magical. So, let's see. Winter 27th. And then we have May, like spring 27th. So I think like in summer, end of summer, I think, around this time is when we should have our child. I'm pretty sure. So we have a bit more time. We have some time. But yeah, it's pretty magical. We'll see. I don't want to give it away in case, I don't know, it could be a little fun surprise. But needless to say, any couple can have a kid. Alrighty. I gotta go to the sprites again tomorrow, actually, because I'm gonna need to give them, like all the crew that was working today, I have to give them wheat flour to be like, thanks for all your hard work, and please don't hate me. There were some exceptions in the series. Can you name any? Not off the top of my head. Mainly because I don't think I played very many games in the series where you could have a same-sex relationship. And I don't think I got to the point where you could have a kid in Pioneers of Olive Town, because I gave up. I was like, this is getting grindy again. I'm good. I'm all set. Alright, let me double check. It's Bon Vivant's birthday tomorrow, right? And then cooking exhibition. I do not think he is in town. I do not think he is in town. I only read about it. Remember Elisa, I believe the name was? No. Do you know what game Elisa was in? The Nun in Island of Happiness, Sunshine Islands? Okay, I never played Island of Happiness, so no. But what, you could marry the nun but then not have a child with her? And I also didn't play Two Towns either. So I guess I missed her twice. Alright, we're gonna go to bed early. Why not? Sometimes you just need to turn in early. Sometimes you're just big eepy. Weather, it's gonna be nice and sunny. Love it. Fish or be fished. Don't fish for mediocrity. Cast your line for excellence and reel, reel, reel. It's time for another episode of the Fishing Facts Show, Fish or Be Fished. Today we've got a famous angler, Mr. Fisher, talking to us about what we can fish up during the lovely season of spring. Oh, Mr. Fisher! Hello there, Mr. Fisher here. Spring is a nice warm season and a great time to catch fish. This time of year the ocean is full of Atka mackerel and red sea perch. Head upstream and you'll have a bag chock full of char before you know it. Try discovering for yourself what kind of fishing rod you need to land these beauties. Thank you very much. See you again next time, folks. Alright, bye, Mr. Fisher. Tale of Two Towns, apparently. You can marry her, but would never have a kid. Oh, interesting. Hello, Raz. We're going to hold a cooking exhibition at 10 a.m. in the plaza tomorrow. You can participate by bringing some of your own culinary creations. I hope to see you there. Okay. Well, they tell us what to make, so we don't... Oh, okay, the strawberries are ready today. Sick. We can do some cooking. Okay. Oh, and our rabbit. Oh, sorry, I keep talking to. Or no. Okay. Our rabbits are all ready to be sheared. They're looking so fluffy. Hopefully, they're not too warm. Now that we are deep into spring. Good morning, Miss McFarms-a-Lot. Welcome in, Alexander. Hope you're doing well. Happy Saturday. Alright, let's get everybody sheared. And let's get all this stuff. People take it as the only confirmed sexless marriage in the series. Well, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's sexless, but it could be. It could also just mean that she's infertile or they're unlucky. All of that is possible. It would be cool if she was like confirmed ace though. That would be kind of fun. Your coop friends are looking healthy? I know, right? They are looking healthy. They're enjoying spring. They're having a nice time. They are having a fun time running around outside every day. Ooh, and the cukes are ready too. Big factor is being a nun more than anything. Yeah, it is a bit odd that she would marry, considering nuns. Well, also, I guess the other side of that is, in most of the games, the religion is actually dedicated to the harvest goddess. Like, not God, it's like the harvest goddess in a lot of them. And in that case, if she was a nun, then she would technically be married to the harvest goddess. If we're gonna go technically. So maybe she's, you know, not into anybody but the harvest goddess, which I think is fair. The harvest goddess is pretty cool. She's hard to beat, especially as a mere mortal human. Like, you're in a tough spot there. Alright, let me get fodder. There we go. Do. Alright, I'm gonna need you friends to move so I can actually get to the cheese maker. Thank you. Thank you. Alright. Drop off those things, let everybody out, and then we gotta start harvesting all of our stuff. I'll brush Cap after. Alright, also, I'm sorry. My nose! Ah! I will stop sniffling at some point. I'm reading it, so if you don't mind the spoiler, the marriage requirement is weird. I do not mind the spoiler. To be honest, I mean, I don't think people should backseat or spoil in general in games, but I have to say one of the main... Any game that I'm playing on stream, I do so fully expecting that there's a chance that somebody ruins the story, because if it really mattered to me that much and there was a possibility that, I don't know, that if someone spoiled it I was really gonna have like a terrible time, I wouldn't play it on stream, because you can't control other people. Oh, I like that these are just in baskets when you pick them. Hello friend, I was actually trying to harvest that. I was actually trying to harvest that when you guys swooped in. Tale of Two Towns, so it's old, but I don't know, hence why I asked. I think it's always good to ask, especially if you know that someone hasn't played the game before, you know. There's no harm in asking. I don't generally mind spoilers in just about anything, to be honest. Oh. No, you're doing great, Pumpkin. Thanks for your hard work. You're doing great. Alright, there we go. I think I harvested everything that needed to be harvested today. Let me chat with Little Pickles. Oh, she was just about to do a barrel roll. I'm sorry, girl. I interrupted your barrel rolling. Okay, we're gonna sell the 1 and the 2-star cukes. We're actually gonna keep all the strawberries. Similar requirement to marrying the harvest goddess in this one. See? I'm telling you. It's probably because she's married to the harvest goddess. In spirit. That would make a lot of sense. Okay. Let's put all of these away. And we have some cooking to do. So the first thing we can make is we're actually gonna make this fruit juice. And after fruit juice, we're actually gonna make a mixed juice. Nice. And make another fruit juice so we can make them a fruit smoothie. I need milk S. Do I not have any milk? Oh, you know what? I probably only have normal milk. Okay, that's fine. I'll hold on to this. I'll hold on to it. What else? There's strawberry milk. Let me look and see if there's anything else. Apart from everything else, you asked the goddess for it as a wish. Imagine a let me marry your priestess is quite a desperate wish. Yeah, it's like, let me marry your wife. That's kind of weird. I don't know about that. I'm shocked she allows it. Let's see, was there anything else that I couldn't make yet that I needed strawberries for? I don't think so. Yeah, like, not daifuku. I don't know if there's actually a strawberry daifuku. Okay. Cool. Cool. Well, I can go give this drink to the goddess. I don't think she's gonna like it, but maybe. Oh, well, if it isn't Raz, how lovely of you to come see me again. I always appreciate an offering. Oh, now that I notice it, it seems you built a respectable collection of tasty dishes from you. I've built a respectable collection of tasty dishes from you, Raz. Here, let me give you a little thank you gift. I don't particularly need this, but you might find a use for it. Honestly, I could take or leave this, but since you've offered it, thank you and bye-bye. What did I get? A pink diamond. Whoa. Thanks, girl. That's kind of you. Fancy. She doesn't like you to give her crystals, but she gives me crystals. I don't know what that's about. I don't know what that's about. Moogie on his trek up the mountain. He loves going to the onsen on Mondays. It's when his ranch is closed, I think. What do you think, Pick? What do you think, Pick? Another big head carp. These goofy guys. More big head carp. It seems like to get a gold crown, you have to have like a certain size threshold for it to be like, this is the biggest you fished up. I think that means you get a crown in your book. I don't know if you get anything for fishing up all the fish and getting all the crowns on them. I don't know if that's like some obscure achievement thing. Seems rough though, especially some of the guardian fish. Or maybe, I guess I would assume the guardian fish are always a crown. That like, they're rare enough that when you catch them, you're like, yeah, this is automatically crown sized. Alright, let's head back. I'm gonna put this pink diamond. I'm not gonna sell the pink diamond. I'm gonna put it away. Just in case I need it for anything in the future. Let's see. Put it in here. And let me get calf inside. Let me just make sure all of our plants got watered. They did. There's calf. Okay. Why don't you go inside, friend? Even though it's supposed to be nice tomorrow, still. Do these games get official guides at some point? I don't think that official guides are really a thing anymore, I have to say. Sadly, I don't think that's the case. Maybe if you buy, like, this collector's edition, but I feel like a collector's edition is more likely to come with, like, an art book than a guide these days. I think guides are sadly a way of the past for most games. They just know that people use like the wikis and stuff. Just figuring out what is a marriage requirement and what isn't is wild. Yeah. Yep. I think that's part of it though, that I think like for some games they recognize that like part of the fun and part of the enjoyment for the community is finding out that kind of stuff. So if they just printed it in a guide, it would kind of like ruin it, you know? So I can see that being a thing too. That to them it's like, you know, the first people to figure it out. It's kind of like a special achievement. Oh, excuse me. Also, let me mute for 1 sec. No yawning allowed. Too late. I already did. I already yawned. I'm big eepy. I didn't wake up until right before stream, to be honest. I was sleeping in. Excuse me. Alright, cooking exhibition is today. Sleepy Saturday, exactly. I didn't really go to bed that late, but, you know. It's 10 a.m. in the plaza. Morning, love. Hello, girl. Tomorrow's weather... Oh, it's gonna be rainy. Look, they have a little umbrella. It's hard to see with the Apple TV. Because it's so small. But it's actually not an apple. It just reminds me of the Apple TV in Animal Crossing. It's Tuesday. You know what that means. Alright, we've already watched, I think, every episode of Tasty Time. Do you and Ellie ever argue? Not so far. We have been in perfect alignment. Our communication is good so far. But, you know, there's always a chance. I think we're both pretty mild-mannered, though. Okay, I'm actually not gonna make anything with these, just, you know, because cooking competition if I need to use an egg. Same thing with, like, I'm not gonna use the milk. Not gonna use the milk. Does she help out with any farm chores? No. She still works at the clinic, technically. She has retained her job. But yeah, so far, no farm chores done, but that's okay. We have the sprites. We have workers. We have other people helping us out. I think spouses tend to help out on the farm in games where you don't have the sprites, I would say. When you don't have the option of sprites coming and helping watering for you and stuff, sometimes they'll surprise you with watering for you or something. Alright. Everybody's good. Let's let them out. Anything else needed to be harvested today? Looks like no. Here's a pet treat, ma'am. I actually need to keep some of my grapes, I think. I have to... Grapes and honey, maybe, actually. Let me check my stores. So I'm really low on apples. Okay. I don't think I already have 2 coffee milk. I think I don't need more coffee milk, so that's fine. And did I put fodder in this child's thing? I don't remember. No, I didn't. Okay. Good thing I went back and checked. There you go, ma'am. Aw, I like the buntings. They're cute. Okay, I'm just gonna wait here until it's like 10. But first, I must mute again. I'm sorry, my meds have kicked in, but in the opposite way that I wanted them to, I guess. In the first room factory, the only marriage candidate with a job is the one that works in the baths. Oh, that's fair. That laudanum kicking in. Yeah, the laudanum has got me. Because it's non-essential. I guess that makes sense, yeah. If you wanted to make it so that, like... So that, you know, your marriage candidates are all capable of coming and living with you without ruining any, you know, shops. Alright, we have one more hour. Laudanum, yeah. That would be very 19th century of me. That's for sure. That game is so underdeveloped compared to anything that came after it. Yeah, I think I played the first Rune Factory and I didn't really like it. I feel like it colored my view of Rune Factory for a while. I came because I heard Lilia was entering. Now I'll be right on hand in case she needs emergency treatment. Alright, well let's believe in her a little more, Doc. Mom, you don't have to worry about it so much. Don't overdo it, okay? What kind of food should I make? I'm looking real forward to this. When this time of year rolls around, I get so excited I can hardly wait. Yo, Raz, you cooking anything for the exhibition? If you are, better be something good. Bon vivant's the judge, after all. You won't be able to win with just any kind of food. I'm gonna do my best today. I'll win first place and show everyone just how good my cooking is. My inn's reputation is riding on this. Yeah, that is kind of true. I wonder what the theme will be this time. Well, Karen's going to enter no matter what it is. What should I make? Karen's a notoriously bad cook, by the way. Oh, you enter too? What are you going to make? I can cook almost anything, but the more effort you put into a dish, the better it tastes, don't you think? I do think so. I love this festival. The marriage of cooking and community is humbling to behold. I feel like Carter's always gotta be kind of weird. One of my neighbors looks almost identical to Gots. I love Gots. That sounds like an excellent neighbor to have. Today's exhibition will be simply scrumptious. I can't wait to see what kinds of food will be featured. Once you find out the theme from Bon Vivant, return home and prepare a dish. Even if you don't prepare anything, you can still watch the event by returning here. The theme of this exhibition is bread. I hope you all will rise to the occasion. Please prepare something in keeping with the theme. I will only judge freshly prepared dishes. Alright, let's go home. Let's make some bread. Now what should I cook? I'll bring whatever I make to the plaza. Hello, Raz. Welcome in, Lime. Hope you're doing well. Welcome, welcome. Hope things are good by you. Alright, bread. Let's see. What do we have bread-wise? We have raisin bread, but that's kind of trash. Curry bread. I don't know if we have any other, like, good breads, though. Let me see. Oh yeah, French toast. French toast could be good because we have really good eggs. Good morning, big man. That's big man Lime to you. Alright, so that's a bread. We could do French toast. I feel like we have really good eggs, so like that might be the way. I don't think anything else counts as a bread. Yeah, so I'm gonna vote for French toast. Cause like the bread and the oil, there's no quality level, but I can use a platinum egg for this, which is pretty good. So I say we make some sick French toast. Ah, I've come up with a new recipe for mayonnaise X. Oh, okay. That's cool. I feel like it got really blurry in my house all of a sudden. I don't know why. Having some weird blur situation. Alright, let's go back. I love French toast. Me too. One of my favorite breakfast foods. I think Eggs Benedict is actually my favorite breakfast food, but French toast, hard to beat. Fiery passion everyone shares for cooking is so strong I can almost taste it. Raz, did you bring any food? Yes. Then please place your entry on the table. The one Vivant deems most delicious will be crowned the winner. Are you ready to start the judging? Yeah, I guess. Alright, I see our stuff. The cooking exhibition will now enter the judging stage. Please come up when your name is called. Now then, first up is Dudley. He's munching. Oh, he's giving it a yum. He's giving it a yum. Freshly baked bread and spicy curry really rouses the appetite. Mmm, wonderful. Nice job, Dudley. Yeah, Karen with her black stuff. I know, Karen with her... She did her best, though, okay? She's trying. Next is Ron. Oh, she made French toast, too. Always giving it a yum. The flavors of the ingredients harmonize with each other very well. It has the perfect amount of sweetness. Next is Lilia. Okay, she also gets a yum. The sweet and sour balance of the bread and the grapes blends perfectly in the mouth. How delightful. Next is Mana. I don't know what she made. We don't have that recipe. She's also getting a yum. The balance of sweet and sour from the orange is great. It goes well with the bread. Oh, it's orange bread. Next is Karen. Oh, Karen. Oh, she's getting an ew. No. I can't quite find the words to express this flavor. I like his face here. Bon vivant is all of us sometimes right now. Oh, she didn't even get a clap. Damn, we should have clapped for her. Last is Raz. Alright, better like my platinum egg, sir. This is... Yum. Delicious! Have you considered becoming a chef? I can't remember the last time I tasted something this good. Does that mean we won? Bon Vivant has tasted all of the contestants' entries. He will now decide the winner, so please give him a moment. The winner will now be announced. Please come up when your name is called. And the winner is... Raz! Yes. That was truly scrumptious. I congratulate you from the bottom of my stomach. You're welcome, sir. That was fun. It's about time I got back to work, though. I didn't even get a trophy? What? No trophy? What kind of festival is this? Hacks. Alright, we got Aqua's birthday's on Saturday. And then Sasha's is at the end of the month. And let me make... Did I make my fruit smoothie? I don't remember if I did. Let's do it. Also, Alexander, thank you for the googly eyes redeem. There we go. The googly eyes. Oh god. It was being weird in the menu. Yeah, let's make our fruit smoothie. Also, LK, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Hope things are good by you. Very nice. Appropriate. Oh, how do we get a second ring on our profile? I don't know how we did that. Demi Divinity Farmer. Okay. I'll take it. We're doing pretty good. Alright, let me mute again. I'm sorry, my nose is just running so bad today. Alright, I'm back. Place survived the tornado that hit. Oh my goodness, okay. I'm glad you're okay. I do not live in an area of the country that has tornadoes, so that's always like very alien to me. Very scary. Are you an allergy sufferer? I am an allergy sufferer. I'm allergic to birch pollen. And it mainly manifests actually as a food allergy for me. That's the worst version of it, is I actually can't eat any fruit that comes from the birch family raw, or I have a chance of going into anaphylaxis. So that's kind of unfun. The other downside to it is apples are in the birch pollen family, and I have apple trees at my house. I inherited an orchard when I bought my house. So, like a small orchard, not like a full-size orchard. But it means that every time in the spring, I get attacked by birch pollen because it is right outside my window. So, I woke up today and I feel the pollen. So, I took my medication, but it hasn't fully kicked in yet, I think. So, I'm feeling it. Does that mean no birch beer? So I can have, as long as it's processed, it's okay. So I haven't had any problems with birch beer. I can have cooked apples and stuff, like that's fine. But if I try and eat like a raw apple, my mouth like my mouth gets itchy, it like swells up. What else is in the birch family? Carrots, actually, weirdly enough. Let me look at the full list. Birch, pollen, foods. Okay. Apples, apricots, cherries, kiwi, nectarines, peaches. I also have a peach tree that I planted at my house, so I really got myself there. Pears. The three things in my orchard are peach trees, apple trees, and pear trees. Plums, prunes, carrots, celery, parsnips, potatoes, almonds, hazelnuts, peanuts, soybeans, and then like cumin, fennel, parsley, a lot of that stuff. So as long as I don't eat it raw, and it's a low rate of anaphylaxis, I can eat it. It's just like a risk that I don't really want to take. Also because EpiPens are like $200, and I don't like having an EpiPen for something that's easy for me to avoid, to be honest. So sometimes I do roll the dice and I just eat stuff, and usually my mouth gets itchy and I get sad about it, but is life worth living if you can't enjoy these delicious foods? It's not great. Can you eat something like peanut butter? Yep, I can eat peanut butter. Yeah, I have no like nut allergies. I have noticed it with like if I eat like raw peanuts, or like almonds and stuff, sometimes those have set me off. It's usually just the raw thing. So anything that's processed, anything that's cooked, it seems to be fine. But if I'm eating it raw, like if I just take a carrot out of the ground, start munching on it, there's a chance that my mouth gets itchy and I have a sad time. So yeah. So kind of my own fault for then planting peaches, like a peach tree in my yard. I literally have a right outside my window, because my yard extends like to the like side of my house. So like right outside my window, I have an actual birch tree, a peach tree, two pear trees and two apple trees. So like I am inundated. It's difficult for me to imagine what an itchy mouth would feel like. I've never experienced this. It is a weird sensation. It really does just feel itchy. It really does just feel like it is swelling up and you like want to scratch it, kind of, but you won't because it's your mouth. But it is, yeah, it's just itchy, but inside your mouth. It's a deeply uncomfortable feeling that I encourage others to not experience. Not least of which because it means you have a food allergy. But yeah. I have found the worst ones for me, peaches. I think peaches, because they're so fuzzy, they actually collect a lot of like pollen on the outside of them. So peaches are actually the worst for me. And pluots, actually, which are like they're a crossbreed between plums and apricots. They're really cool, but they're fuzzy like peaches. And yeah, those are really bad for me. Those I have the worst reactions. If I just like bite into a peach, I have a bad day for sure. So also, welcome in, Shorty. Hope you're doing well. Welcome. We're just talking about food allergies. A riveting conversation. All right, tomorrow's weather is gonna be okay. It's gonna be nice and sunny. Oh yeah, I forgot. Okay. If one ever angers Raz, the best option is to flee to Georgia to hide. Yeah, exactly. I won't follow you to Georgia. Not least of which because I can't handle the heat in Georgia, but also because the peaches. Like, I won't be able to go there. The amount of pollen in the air that will kill me, I think it would finish me off. Swip swap. After school 1. Bing bong, ding dong. Saved by the bell. 5th period is over. Teacher didn't catch Adrienne sleeping, which is kind of a miracle since she wound up snoring through the whole class. I'd planned to wake her up, but she just looked so comfortable snoozing away that I couldn't bring myself to do it. Besides, anyone who didn't finish writing their essay just had to take it home and do it as homework. And it wasn't just Adrienne either. Almost no one could finish reading an entire book and write a short essay on it in a single hour. Most of the class was taking the assignment home. Heck, even I hadn't finished reading yet. Anyway, none of that is especially relevant for now. I need to wake Adrienne up. Adrienne, in Adrienne's body. Adrienne, wake up! Class is over! It was our last class of the day, too. Now we could head straight home and do something about finding a way to switch our bodies back. To be continued. Okay. Can they please swap bodies back, like, soon? It's been a long time. It's been a long time. Alright, I'm gonna swap since we don't actually have music on rainy days. I'm gonna swap to the bar theme from A Wonderful Life. Oh, we got a letter. Got the cooking is my hobby trophy. You earned this trophy for cooking at least 50 different dishes. Congrats! Your favorite harvest goddess. Thanks, girl. I just had something called a crookie for breakfast. Half croissant, half chocolate chip cookie. Oh, that sounds delicious. That sounds interesting. I could get behind a crookie. I could get behind that as a breakfast food. Was it really different from pain au chocolat? Like, did it actually have like cookie dough in it, I guess is like my question. Because like pain au chocolat is like, you know, kind of almost a croissant with chocolate in it. But a crookie sounds more like it's an actual cookie. I'm a simple girl, I like my pain au chocolat. I get it. I really like pain au chocolat, so I can understand that. Felt more like a large cookie in the shape of a croissant. Okay, so it was mainly cookie then. You mean chocolatine? Oh, is it called chocolatine somewhere else? Maybe a war will start. I won't mean to start a war, but I only know it as pain au chocolat because, you know, I live in New England, which is kind of close to Quebec. So sometimes we get the French stuff. I like pain au chocolat. I like that pain au chocolat looks hilarious if you interpret it with an English-speaking brain. Yes. Yeah, like pain. Pain of chocolate. Apparently half of France calls it one way and the other half differently. Oh, that's interesting. I've only ever heard it as pain au chocolat, but I've also never been to France, so that'll do it. A north versus south thing. Oh, is chocolatine the southern name? The only pain I need in my life. Pain au chocolat. So true. There's a thing online at some point. Oh goodness. People wilding over it. Listen fam, sometimes dishes are identical and just have different names. It's okay. It's no big deal. In fact, I live, like, there's different names for sub sandwiches, like really, you know, those sandwiches that are on, like, a really long roll, kind of like, you know, that Subway makes. Some people call those grinders. Oh god, I'm trapped. Cows, please move out of my way. So there's all kinds of names for stuff. Let's see. Let's make some cheese. So we gotta sell stuff. We kind of didn't sell anything yesterday. And I gotta feed everybody because we're not going outside because it's rainy. So... let's do that, and then grab more. And then I don't think I need to put a sixth because our last cow is eating over there, so just 5 cows fed the normal way. Okie dokie. Alrighty. Alright, our potatoes are ready. I will have to plant, well, it's the 23rd. I don't actually know how long potatoes take. But do they take more than 7 days? I'll have to go to the library and look that up quick. I'm assuming that the library is open on Wednesdays, but I guess I don't really know. We'll see. Kind of odd that the sprites show up on rainy days, even though there's nothing to water, but I guess... I don't know, they just want to come hang out. It's a long weekend here in Canada. We celebrate our good Queen Victoria. Nice. A long weekend is nice. We have a long weekend next week. Actually, I don't know if I have a long weekend. I forgot to check if we actually are taking off for Memorial Day or not. Don't actually know. I'll have to look it up. But I'm going wedding dress shopping with my little sister next Friday, so that should be fun. That should be exciting. She says she's already picked out her dress, so I said, alright, cool. Let's see. It says it is 7 days. Do I... It's actually 8 days, I think, right? Like... I never remember if the 1 is a single day. Alright, I can plant the potatoes and then we'll just see. If they don't make it, they don't make it. If they don't make it, they don't make it. No big deal. Alright, do I have enough though? There we go. Perfect. Okay. Everything's planted. We'll see if those, potatoes ripen in time. I'm gonna sell all my 1 and 2 stars. We'll keep our 3 and 4 stars at this point. When is your sister getting married? She is getting married... That's a good question. Next May? June? Somewhere in there? So, she's shopping kind of early, but I think that's fine. She wants to do it in the warmer months, but she's gonna get married up in Maine. Yep, of next year. Yeah, they only just locked down the venue. But it's gonna be up in Maine. So that'll be fun. Hopefully it's not too warm up in Maine at that time of year. I feel like not, but I guess we'll see. I want to visit Maine. Seems nice. Yeah. Times that I have visited Maine, it does seem nice. so beautiful up there. I know, it's like, it's got a lot of good nature. It's a good vibe. Also, I'm gonna reclaim my face from my googly eyes. But yeah, so that's the plan. So I guess I'm meeting my future brother-in-law's family for the first time. I've never met them, so that will be interesting. Nice to see them. It's not like super weird per se, but my future brother-in-law is my age. So, and my sister is like 6 years younger than me, so I don't know. It's always my sister's a cool cat, so maybe she's fine to hang out with, but I always just think of her as my little sister. I just think of her as like the weird little kid that I knew growing up. It's hard to think of her as an adult, but she's very much an adult now. How old is she? She is... Let's see, how old am I? What year is it? 2025? She's turning 28 this year. She's turning 28 in June. So, very soon. So yeah, like, she's old, you know, like, she's not a kid anymore, but I mean, she's been with her partner for like a long time too. I've known him for like, at this point, probably a little less than a decade, I guess. Yeah, somewhere around there. It's been a long time. Anyway. Because I feel like they met when she was still in college, but maybe I'm making that up. Actually, she would have been in college 10 years ago. Well, kind of. I don't know. Time is an illusion. Suddenly aware of how old we all are. I know. Suddenly being like, wait a second. Wait a second. I might buy the new Fantasy Life since Switch 2 is high demand. Oh, sounds good, Trey. Hopefully you enjoy it if you do buy it. I feel like I saw like the recent news, I guess, or I don't know if it was actually recent. I learned about it recently where Nintendo just like put straight in their TOS that if you mod their hardware, they're just gonna brick your hardware so you can no longer play like any games on it. And I was like, whoa, that's aggressive. Also, maybe illegal in certain states. Like, I feel like California has a warranty act where that's not okay. So I don't know how they would get around that, but lots of scary things come out about Nintendo. Also, hi, welcome in, Q. Welcome in. I think they just remove your access to the online store. I thought they were saying because they were swapping to not having physical cartridges for most games on the Switch 2 specifically, that like you wouldn't be able, because like the way that you get a game is that you have to be online to like get the game code to work, that if they did that you would just be done. You'd just be cooked. Because, yeah, I don't think they could technically make you not be able to play games. But if they remove access to the online store, I don't know how you get your game codes to work. So, I think because they were moving away from the physical game thing, because I guess they hate the second-hand market, I don't know. I guess it's less money for them if games exist physically and people can trade them and sell them. It was something like that. Anyway, I'm not a big fan of Nintendo. I think they are overly litigious, and also, I mean, I'm a PC gamer at heart, so I guess I've never really been into the console friends. But I was like, excuse me? Pardon? Not that I was necessarily planning on homebrewing anything, but I did kind of want to play Kirby Air Riders, but maybe I'll skip it. I don't know. I mean, it'd be a lot to buy a console just for one game. Especially when they haven't said if they're gonna bring back City Ride, so... There's no City Ride in that game. They've missed the whole point of Kirby Air Ride 2. I think emulation for Switch 2 will go faster because they pissed everyone off. So true. City Trial, right? It's the best part of Kirby Air Ride. Like, I don't know, the races are fine. I won't get the Switch 2 since it's already sold out when it released. Yeah, I mean, I don't hate the lottery system of buying new consoles. Like, Japan really likes the lottery system, and I understand why they do it, because it really does cut down on, like, scalpers and stuff, so I can get that. I understand the motivation behind that, but yeah, I saw that news that they were like, yeah, we'll cut off access to the online shop if we find out that you're modding stuff or whatever. And then everyone was like, yeah, but don't we need the online shop because you're not like giving us physical cartridges anymore? And they were like, shrug. I guess so. It's like, well, I don't want to buy a physical good from you anymore then, Nintendo. I think even if it's not true, they don't really deserve benefit of the doubt right now. I think that's fair. Yeah. Yeah. I also thought, like, one thing that I thought was weird, so cute that your cat rolls on the floor. I know, she's just a cutie. She's just a big cutie pie. She's a good bean. She's a good bean. Yeah, it's anti-consumer. People make a big stink of Nintendo doing it, but phone companies have done similar for years. That's true. I mean, basically every company is terrible. If I pay for hardware, it's mine to use as I see. I know, we really need, in the US at least, we need farmers to win their right to repair lawsuit against John Deere, because I really think if right to repair goes through, then I think we can get all of these guys for it. Because the whole point being like, no, it's my hardware. Like, I own the thing. I can do whatever I want with it, bro. As a Canadian, we need to join the EU. Yeah, can't you just be like the EU cousin across the way? I feel like that's reasonable. I want Fantasyland, but the downside is I have to wait a month to buy the Switch 2. Yeah, waiting is tough. But yeah, I think I'm gonna skip the Switch 2. Not that I really was big on the Switch anyway, but EU is basically the only body out there fighting for consumer rights. It's very true. It helps that because there are so many countries, they have a lot more like collective bargaining power to do it. I don't know. The US just likes money, so I don't think we're ever gonna fight for consumer rights, sadly. Because we worship money in this country, and companies make money, so they are king. Unless, I don't know, unless we get an actually progressive president for once, question mark. But yeah, I feel like even with Kirby Air Riders, I think I'm probably gonna skip the Switch 2. I feel like I'd rather just upgrade things on my PC. Good joke, I know, right? An actually progressive president, haha. Very funny. Very funny. I don't know, maybe when all of our people in Congress and stuff start like actually dying off, because they're all in their like 70s and 80s now. It's gotta be time soon, right? Maybe we're just gonna have like a mass extinction event in Congress, and we can be like, sick. Look at all of our career politicians that'll be gone. I'll be sad when Bernie's gone, but most of the olds, they just fallen asleep in Congress and getting paid so much money. And being terrible people on top of it. It's like the triple whammy. I'm like, wow. Things I don't need. Anyway, this is not a super cozy conversation, so. We went from Switch 2 to being like, you know what? This ain't it. Alright, we've already watched Star Lily Heart Snatcher. Let me go back to default BGM because it's nice and sunny today. Can let everybody out. Oh, we have more straws to harvest. But yeah, I'm holding out hope, you know, someday. Someday. Maybe we can have cool things. Maybe Nintendo won't, you know, be bricking people's consoles and not letting them play games because they wanted to, like, mod something. Or maybe we'll all just be playing games forever on emulators and living our best lives. I'm getting the Switch 2. I'm looking forward to it. Well, that's good. I'm glad. If you had things that you liked about Switch 2, enjoy it. By all means. Switch 2 problems equals every problem with America right now, mostly. You ain't wrong. You ain't wrong. As always, when I talk about these things, though, here's the thing, right? The world's a scary place. There's a lot of bad people in it. If you like Nintendo games and you like playing Nintendo games and you want to buy the Switch 2, please do. Life's too short to spend all your time, because here's the thing, once you start being like, well, this company's bad, they're all bad. They're all bad. So, turns out, companies are just not good, generally. So, please enjoy, you're allowed to enjoy things, is what I'm trying to say. Like, me personally, I don't give Blizzard money, because I don't like Blizzard, but, like, that's a me thing, you know? I never judge anybody who plays Blizzard games. I want them to be happy. Hi Raz, I hope your weekend is off to a good start. It's going pretty well, aside from my allergies trying to kill me, but otherwise I'm doing great. I hope you're doing well. We were just talking, you know, we were just talking trash about Nintendo a little bit. Which is maybe disingenuous since I'm a PC gamer, so of course I would say stuff. Of course I would have objections. Did I already say hi to Tadpole? I did, okay. I have no plans to modify the hardware, so I don't have a problem with it. I don't agree with it, but I think Nintendo offers an amazing product. See, if you like what they're selling, you buy it. Not the allergies, I know. Also, welcome in, Weekend Whaler. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, if you like what somebody's making, support them. That's fine. It's all good. Listen, the world is filled with too much bad stuff for you to worry too much about. Like, there is no ethical consumption under capitalism. That's the realest truth, so you don't need to quibble too much over who you do or don't give money to, because they're all kind of bad. And even if you're like, I don't know, it's the same thing for anything, right? When people are like, Amazon's a terrible company, you shouldn't give Amazon money. I mean, avoid it if you can, but also, Amazon makes all their money from AWS, which you have no control over, and pretty much every software and everything you ever interface with runs on AWS, so, I mean, do what you can, you know? Vibe out, enjoy the things you enjoy. We're only on this spinning rock in the sky for so long, you know? Have fun playing your games. Tell people you love them. Try and be nice to people. Live your best life. Vibe out. Because pretty much every company is terrible. And, I don't know, you're not the CEO. You can only do so much. Unless you want to live in the woods on a mountain and never go to a doctor and just, I don't know, die up there by yourself, you know? The myth of self-sustainability is a thing. No one is ever truly self-sufficient, so I think you should be conscious of what you consume, but when it comes to luxury products, you could just not buy it. It's not like we're talking about food or toilet paper. Yeah, so true. So true. Yeah, it's good to know what you are consuming, and if you have the option to consume differently. You know, like it's always better to consume local products generally. For instance, or support, you know, smaller businesses or whatever, but yeah, if it's a luxury product, you could just, you don't have to buy it. You just vibe. I think the rules change a little bit if you're like a big, influencer. I think you have a little bit more, responsibility to not promote, things that are like actively harmful, but, you know, that's not anyone here, I don't think, so. We just vibing. We just chillin'. Wasn't Friends in Mineral Town and Harvest Moon? What's Story of Seasons? Welcome in, Shu. So, Story of Seasons, the long story short, is Harvest Moon was a game series by a Japanese company, which had a couple of name changes, but eventually became known as Marvelous in Japan. And they had a localizer called Natsume. And Natsume copyrighted the name Harvest Moon, which was just the English title. The Japanese title has always been Bokujo Monogatari, and it has never changed. Marvelous decided that they were going to localize all their stuff in-house instead of having Natsume do it, because Natsume was doing kind of a questionable job, to be honest. And then Natsume had copyrighted the name and decided that they were going to make games themselves, starting in 2013 under the name Harvest Moon, while kind of pretending to be the devs, even though they had never been the original devs of the games, they'd only ever been the localizers. So, Marvelous ended up having to change the name of their English titles to Story of Seasons. So it's the same company. Is this why I haven't seen Harvest Moon in a hot sec? Yes. They are still making, so Natsume is making games under the Harvest Moon title, but they are generally not very good because they're not the same devs. If you want the same devs as Harvest Moon, you want to look for Story of Seasons. So this is a remake by the original devs of the Game Boy Advanced game. But in Japan, the name has never changed. It has always been Bokujo Monogatari, and there's no confusion over there. So it's only the Western audiences that got very confused for a time. But the Japanese audiences have always known what's up. I might argue that modern Story of Seasons games are not much better than Harvest Moon games. I mean, I don't know if that's true. I think Doraemon Story of Seasons is like way better than pretty much any Harvest Moon that I've played. It kind of depends. It seems most of what Story of Seasons is are remakes, but they make Rune Factory as well. Yeah, they also make Rune Factory. That's the same company. They seem to alternate between making remakes and then releasing originals. So I think it was like Friends of Mineral Town came out, and then I want to say it was Doraemon Story of Seasons, somewhere around there, and then I think Pioneers of Olive Town came out, and then I want to say it was Story of Seasons, A Wonderful Life, which was a remake, and then Doraemon Story of Seasons, Friends of the Great Kingdom. I think that's how that went. So they kind of flip-flop. In my opinion, they are all outclassed by Stardew. I don't like Stardew, so I'm anti-Stardew. There's a Wonderful Life remake. There is. It's A Wonderful Life. So the remakes, the one nice thing about the remakes, both Friends of Mineral Town and A Wonderful Life, they combine the boy and the girl version, so you can marry anybody and be any gender that you want. Because the original games were obviously, for space purposes, I assume, were limited by gender. Oh yeah, no offense to Stardew, but it ain't no Story of Seasons. The way that I've talked about it is that I find the writing in Stardew to be kind of gritty. It feels very Western in a way that, like, there were sometimes gritty characters or gritty plots in Harvest Moon. Like, they didn't shy away from that, but everyone feels way more sad in Stardew, and it makes me bummed because, like, none of the people seem to like living there, whereas in most of the Harvest Moons and Story of Season games, people like where they live. Most of the people in Stardew are like super sad, at least of the people that you are gonna marry. I never really thought, but does Natsume release their games in Japan? Are they called Harvest Moon there? I feel like I don't believe Natsume releases their games in Japan, which is interesting because Natsume is a Japanese company. That was also kind of the problem with the localizers, is because they didn't really have native English speakers working on the localization, which is why the localization is really wonky sometimes. Natsume is also a Japanese company, which, again, kind of strange that they did the localization with non-native English speakers, but as far as I know, they do not publish their Harvest Moon games in Japan. I'm on my final year of AWL. Congratulations, that is a long grind. I picked AWL Remake up again after putting it down for a while. Love that game. It's just good. It's a good one. It can be, you can burn out on it for sure, but it's a good one. I feel like there are 2 sad people in Stardew that you may have been overexposed to. Maybe, but also, like, it just feels like all of the candidates, it feels like all the marriage candidates in Stardew do not want to live in Stardew Valley in general. Like, they all, like, before they meet you, they want to live elsewhere, so then it feels like you're trapping them. That's how it feels to me. To me, what you describe as gritty makes it feel a bit more realistic. I find Story of Seasons characters to be very hollow and lacking any depth to their personalities. I think that's definitely true of some of the games. I will not disagree with you there. There have been, I think Pioneers of Olive Town is a great example where I didn't really feel like there was a lot of character depth in there, but it does depend on the game, I think, and who's working on it. But yeah, so it depends. It depends. I personally don't like Stardew. Yeah, I'm just not a Stardew fan. I think the gameplay of Stardew is good, but the characters ain't there. Yeah, I think that's my biggest gripe with Stardew is that the characters and the writing, I think, have issues for me. I'm neutral about Stardew, but I felt the corpo bad was a bit ham-fisted. I can understand, I can get behind a little bit of ham-fisted corpo is bad. I mean, considering our previous conversation. My favorite was Harvest Moon Magical Melody. Oh, you're like my little sister. That's her favorite too. If y'all haven't played that one, I highly recommend. Keep hoping it will get remastered. I think I have to assume that Magical Melody is definitely up for a remake. I think as far as like fan choice, it's probably between that and Animal Parade maybe, but I would think Magical Melody was more critically acclaimed, so I kind of feel like it's got to be up there. So, you know, there's that. I feel like it's coming. Currently, the Story of Seasons folks are apparently working on a multiplayer Story of Seasons. They have had co-op in Doraemon Story of Seasons Friends of the Great Kingdom, but they are saying that they're going to have an actual multiplayer, so more than 2 people being able to farm together. So that's their main project currently, and aside from Grand Bazaar, which is another remake, and I think there's one more in between Grand Bazaar and the multiplayer one. I think they have another original that's coming out after Grand Bazaar. I bought the second Doraemon game. I need to play it. So if you ever played the first Doraemon one, I actually think I loved the cast more in the second Doraemon game. Like, I thought the cast was spectacular in the second one. So if you liked the first one, I feel like you're gonna adore the second, because I feel like the writing that was already good was taken to like a new level. Because I hated Mark in the first game. I thought Mark was such a deadbeat dad. And there's no one that I hate in the second game. You know. I don't recall much about Animal Parade, so I don't think it was as regarded as Melody. Yeah, it's definitely not as high up there as Melody, for sure. Such a lonely girl, not sure I care for multiplayer. You don't have to play multiplayer. I think it's just like an option, kind of like Stardew style, where it's gonna be like you can expand this and play with your friends. I keep trying to get Raz to play Save the Homeland, but she has refused so far. Listen, we put it up to a vote and it just kept not winning the vote. There's nothing I can do there. I was playing technically in order, and honestly, I'm not gonna lie, we've talked about it. I'm so burnt out on farming sims. I'm so burnt out on single player games, I think is actually the problem. So, once we do Red Dead Redemption 2, I might have to take a break. It turns out I was so MMO pilled for so long that I just cannot. It's hard for me to grind single player games without feeling like it's a monumental waste of my time, and then I just get sad about it. Is what I've learned about myself. Story of Seasons MMO got a lock-in and frame perfect watering can technique. Dude, that would be so funny if it was like competitive. You know how there's like Farming Simulator has like an esport? Imagine if there was a Story of Seasons esports that wasn't just like speed running or something. But yeah, I have learned that I'm really burnt out. I wonder if you can just play something totally different. So I've been really enjoying Monster Hunter. I found out that Monster Hunter really like scratches that itch of having like I really liked melee DPS combat in MMOs, and like Monster Hunter combat just feels really good, and then it also has the multiplayer element, so you can like do these difficult grinds and then also, you know, show off like the gear that you got or the pendants or whatever, your cool titles. So like I've been having a really fun time in Monster Hunter, so Monster Hunter might be saving my life right now because I'm having a blast and I feel like it's gonna be a good series for me long term to play. So maybe that will like reset the clock a little bit, and if I could play Monster Hunter plus a single player game on stream at the same time, then maybe it would like ease the burnout a little bit, but we'll see. I gotta romance the homeless man. His dialogue is 2 seconds faster. Exactly. Imagine that as the esport. Been grinding farming sims for years now. No doubt you're feeling the burnout. I know. I think that's part of it. I think it's, you know what? I feel like 3 years of playing farming sims at least 3 times a week for like 9 hours a week. I feel like that's a pretty good run, you know? I feel like I had a good niche run. Now I gotta let myself breathe a little more. That's why I just try to play whatever when I stream. I mean, I think that's probably a more sustainable vibe. See, it gets like, it's been weird for me because like when I play these story games, like I want to experience the game with everybody, but then it means that like when I'm playing, like sometimes I'm really excited about a game, but I just want to grind it. Like I'm kind of a game binger normally. And so I was feeling the constraint of like waiting to play the game on stream, which I think was also like dragging it out. I don't know. You've even been adding extra streams because of Monsty Hunty. It must be fresh air to you. It literally is. It just feels like I just missed melee combat, I think. I just super missed melee combat. I was a huge Minecrafter, but it got old. Now I'm playing Vintage Story and scratching the crafting itch, but it's way more engaging. I have heard good things about Vintage Story. Yeah, I don't know. I think part of it is like as far as my gaming background, like I basically played single player games for like when I was really young. Like I played single player games probably up until I was in like middle school. And then pretty much after middle school, I would still play like Story of Seasons. I would still play like Harvest Moon and Animal Crossing were the only 2 like single player games I would play. And then after that, I literally only played MMOs. So, I mean, I played WoW for well over a decade. I played old school RuneScape, I played Terra, I played Black Desert Online, I played Final Fantasy 14. I played like all of them, basically. So that's like all I did. All I did was playing MMOs from when I was in like middle school, plus, you know, occasionally playing a Harvest Moon game or the new Animal Crossing game until I was like 25. And then I kind of stopped playing MMOs and I went and I just played single player games, but it turns out I just like the online play. I just like the action, the combat. I missed it. So, do you game outside of stream? There are a lot of times I play games but won't stream them because I want to experience them alone. I do. Yeah, I have some games that I just play with friends. You know, like I have a group of old guildies who I play games with a good bit, and we call it like the 2-week game crew. So like we'll usually pick up a game for like 2 weeks and like play through it. So we play a lot of different stuff with them, so that's been a lot of fun. But yeah, I think I was just feeling like I was just not feeling super excited about single player games, so it was making it hard to like get on and stream them because I just wasn't feeling it. I also, in the past year, I did have some duds as well. Played Eastward. I actually really didn't like Eastward after a point, which was really sad because I felt like Eastward has such good bones. But there were some like fatal flaws in that game from a narrative perspective, which made it really tough. Which was kind of crushing. Played Harvest Island. That one was a dud. I actually hated the ending of Harvest Island so much that I was like, man, I wish I'd never played this game. So that probably has not helped with the burnout. Let's put it that way. Spending like 30 plus hours on a game, getting to the end and then being like, wow, that's 30 hours I'll never get back. Those 30 hours are gone. They are gone. So that did not aid the burnout vibes. That's for sure. That's for sure. But yeah, I think I just ended up missing my old combat, the option to play games like with people often without it being like a to-do. Or it being like a new game that I have to like hop into and learn. I think that's part of the thing with MMOs too, is like part of the reason I liked playing farming sims is because farming sims are really just copy pastes. Most farming sims have literally identical mechanics, which makes them easy to pick up. It takes very little investment to pick up a new farming sim and get into it and really like be doing fine, and there's very little friction, which as someone who, you know, is like working full time and has other things that require my attention, it can be nice for that. And similarly in MMOs, like once you learn how to play your class and your spec, you kind of don't have to relearn that ever again. You kind of, you know it. You might learn, you know, differences as different patches and expansions and stuff come out, but it really is just you doing the same stuff all the time. And so I liked that about MMOs, but that doesn't really exist in a lot of games, where there's a lot more new systems to learn all the time. So that's why it was like hard for me to pick up all these other like action or combat games. And I don't really like fighting games. That would be another genre that actually has a learn it once and then you're kind of good. Also, welcome in Akondu. Hope you're doing well. So yeah, it was kind of like playing a varied number of games while the variety might be nice. The barrier to entry to pick it up and play it would be less fun for me. So, because I like playing games where I can really like sink my teeth into something and learn something really well. And then once I get it down, I can like focus on improving it over time, and I can get good. And I like games that have a high skill ceiling like that, but I don't like having to relearn everything from like scratch, I guess is the best way I can put it. That's why I like in WoW, that's why I played the same spec for like 10 years. Um I like to I like to do to learn things, but I like to then just like live in that space. Maybe Factorio. I don't like management sims though. I don't really like management games. It's weird. You would think that I would, but I actually don't. That's actually one of my critiques about a lot of farming sims is that they lean too heavily into ramp up production until the game becomes a management sim, and then I hate that. I feel like the older I get, the more hesitant I am to pick up and learn new in-depth games. It's tough. I mean, it's because you know that that's going to be like a big time investment. Have you ever played Sea of Thieves? I have played. I've played a lot of Sea of Thieves, actually. It's more a logistics game. Yeah, I feel like that might be even worse, though. Yeah, I don't know that Factorio would appeal to me in general. Sea of Thieves is so good. Sea of Thieves is a great game to, like, bomb around on with friends. I played a lot of Sea of Thieves, I want to say, in, like, 2020 time. Like, I played it, I feel like, in the pandemic, I played with a lot of people. Because it was just an easy one to jump on and bomb around and, I don't know, go do silly stuff, go do a vault, go do, you know, some chill stuff. So I played a lot of Sea of Thieves, but I feel like Sea of Thieves is more fun with people. I feel like solo slooping can be pretty sad. After you play Red Dead Redemption, I think you would love Red Dead Redemption roleplay. You're so good at doing voices and becoming characters. It'd be perfect for you. I don't know. See, like, it's so weird. I feel like I would, like, okay, how to put this? I really like role playing. Like, as far as I like the voice acting characters, I like reading the lines in games. But one of the things that I hate, and I think this is basically just, I think I just had some bad experiences with it, but I cannot get over the cringe era of my life where I played D&D and other like tabletop role-playing games with people in college that were heavy on the role playing, and I feel like it ruined it for me forever. So even if I don't like playing D&D, but when I do play D&D now, I hate the role playing. I just want to do the combat, and I don't want anyone to talk to me in character because I just cringe out of my body and I leave for a little bit. So it's so sad because it is something that you would think that it would align with things that I like, but I think it's just that cringe era it comes back to haunt me. And it's wild because I do love watching roleplay streams sometimes. Like I love like when Hololive did their like GTA stuff, like I thought some of that was so funny. Um So it's not that I hate consuming it. For some reason, it's me being in it or me doing it that like freaks me out. So real, love D&D, but some people are playing not for fun, but for escapism. It can be tough. You gotta find a good group for D&D, and you have to all be on the same page, I would say. I'm the same. I love tabletop RPGs, but I've slowly learned that I honestly love using the mechanics way more than the RP. Yeah, like I don't, in general, D&D and like tabletop RPGs are not my favorite kind of games to play, even mechanics wise. But if I was to play, the mechanics is by far the more fun part. I don't like talking to NPCs. I don't even like talking to my party members in character. I don't like that. I don't like that bit at all. So I'm always the person that's like my character is like quiet the whole time. I even had a D&D group way back before the pandemic that we used to meet like every week. And I remember I got so tired of it. I did not want to play anymore. So I found out a way to like, my character got killed off in a really goofy way. And I was like, perfect. This is my out. My girl's dead. I'll just bow out. I'll just leave. And I had made her such a goofy character too, like something that was just stupid and didn't really make any sense. And I don't really feel like she was a good benefit to the party. And then the party went through like all this work to bring her back to life, and I was like, God damn it, you guys! I was ready to go. I was gonna bow out. You guys were gonna keep going. You were gonna finish your campaign. You were gonna have a great time. And now I'm stuck here. I'm back, and I wasn't gonna play another one. But yeah, I feel like rather than D&D, if you've ever played Kingdom Death Monster, that's like one of my favorite games of all time. It's like tabletop, miniatures, cooperative combat, kind of D&D-esque as far as like stats and character creation, but your characters die often. Like the deck is extremely stacked against them, and you power the monsters via like an AI deck. Just a deck of cards, so it's just chance on what they do and how they roll and stuff. And I love that. I think that is like one of my favorite games of all time to play. I don't know. It just has like, there are like goofy moments in it that you can get like those snippets of role play without any of the burden. Any of the burden in my mind, at least. Alright, Mechabot Ultror, The Autumn Breeze. When watching, make sure to turn the lights on and sit a good distance from the TV. Episode 35, Mark of the King. If we were to look up the word pinch in the dictionary, we'd no doubt find a photo of ourselves in our current state. Oh gosh, oh geez, what do we do? Heck, on a crapstick. At this rate, it really will beat us. Isn't there some way to defeat this darn earthen doll? Just then. Trees. Huh? What was that? Rory, did you hear that? Yeah. Then the rest of you heard it too? To be continued. Next episode preview. All of a sudden, our heroes hear a mysterious voice. Who is speaking, and what do they want? Find out in the next episode of Mechabot Ultror, The Autumn Breeze, episode 36, Dark Destroyer. Look forward to it. The Mech Show. Did they just say heck on a crapstick as an interjection? Because I might steal that. It looks like they did. It seems so. Alright, let me see. Do I have more pet treats? I do. Okay, sick. It's like, I'm pretty sure I got enough pet treats for every day. Anyhow, all this to say, I appreciate you guys. You guys always pitch games to me, but I think the reality is I just don't like games. Like 90% of the time, I just don't like games. And it's not anyone's fault. I just have my 5 kind of games that I like to play, and then I'm so picky that it's like nearly impossible for me to find anything else. Or I'll be down to play a game for like a day. And then after that, I'm like, alright, I'd be happy to never play that again. So I think I'm just super picky. It is a sad fate. In fact, anytime when there's like, oh, there are these games releasing, 90% of the games, I'm like, that looks terrible. I'm like, that looks like the worst thing I could ever imagine. And so it makes it hard because everyone else is like so excited about stuff, and then I'm like, I hate this. This looks awful. And I think it's just a me problem. I think it's a me issue. Also, let me check nature sprites. Okay, they have 3 days left, including today. We will have to go over to their place when it's 1 day left. Oh, wow! Our child, Rue, grew up. Rue is fully Grown now. Very exciting. Very exciting. All right. And drop that off just so I don't forget, because I will. I do wish, I don't know, there's some real like choke points in this barn, I gotta say. Can be a real traffic jam. Alright, let's do, I guess I'll drop off 2 I need over here, and then Pickles is chewing in her sleep. I don't know what she's munching on in her dream, but she's going to town. There we go. Alright, and make some cheese. Alright, they are all good. Got a brush calf, the one kind of day where he's inside. Oops, actually didn't mean to jump off you there, small friend. My bee. CRA overtaxed me. I just got back $420. Wow, we love that. Congratulations. Enjoy your tax refund. I had to pay taxes this year, like extra, so that was unfortunate. I had to pay like $1,200 extra. Not my favorite. The surprise charge. Yeah, it must have been my husband and we must have just filled out our withholdings wrong when he got a promotion thing. It's okay. I mean, it was kind of lame, but it's fine. We are in debt right now, but that's mainly because we bought a ride-on lawnmower because we realized that trying to mow our acres of lawn by ourselves is going to be a pain. Oh no, I know. It was not fun. My parents are my accountants because they own an accounting firm, and they were like, you guys messed up. We were like, oh, great. Acres, okay, money bags. Yeah, you know, just, I live on like a little over 2.5 acres, but I live in the woods, so I don't have access to the good food. I used to live in the city, and that's what I miss the most, is all the good food. Now, I don't really have access to any of that. I had the opposite. Turns out work set my withholdings way too high when I signed on, so I got a nice surprise boost. See, that's the much better version. Oh wow. I had no idea. Great. Perfect. Oh, you know what? I should bring this to the goddess. I don't think I gave her a fruit smoothie. Don't think I've given her a fruit smoothie yet. Oh, well, if it isn't Raz, how lovely of you to come see me again. I always appreciate an offering. Goodness, you've been so kind visiting me so often that I simply must return the favor with a little gift. Here, please accept this white grass. Come see me again soon. Pam pakapan. Raz, thank you so much for all your offerings. I know this will seem out of the blue, but as a nice little thank you, I built a new house for you on Mineral Beach. Feel free to go visit when you have the time. Oh, we got the beach house. Honestly, I could take or leave this, but since you've offered it, thank you and bye-bye. I forgot that you got the beach house by giving stuff to the goddess. Also, Shu, I hope your grandma does leave you the 900-acre farm. That sounds amazing. Thanks for the smoothie. Yeah, thanks for the smoothie that I don't even like. Here's a house. Let's go check it out. She gave us the beach house. I forgot that's how you got that. Because this one costs like 5 million, 50 million. The mountain house you get from celebrating your 50th wedding anniversary from your spouse. Oh, there it is. I was like, where the heck? Oh my god. Yo! This is mine? I thought it was gonna be up here. I thought it was gonna be put between these two. Wait a second. I'm sorry, did you say 50th wedding anniversary? As in you have to play for 50 years in game? I sure did. I sure did. Yep, 5-0. 5-0 years in game to get the wedding, the mountain house. I don't even know where the mountain house is. Oh, it's so cute. What the heck? It's so cute. Yo. It just says picture. Thank you. Whoa. This house is sick. Wait, can I outfit it with extra stuff? I thought it might come with a TV. Now I have to go to Gotz's. What a supremely optimistic goal to add to the game. Yeah. I mean, I guess they were like, well, if you're gonna be here, here's a little something for you. Come here, Pick. It's okay. You wanna come lay down? Come here. Yeah, look at you. Look at you, big girl. Ooh, big fluffy, you just munched. You're covered in gravy. Oh my goodness, did you have a nice munch? You have a nice breakfast? Yeah? You were munching in your dream and then you got up and went to go munch for real? That sounds nice. Sounds nice, little bean. Alright, let's see. Renovations. Okay, what about buy? Oh yeah, do I have, I guess I don't have the deluxe cabinet. I think these are all for my normal house. So I guess I can't add anything to the beach house. That's wild though. We got a free house in game from the goddess. Do you think the people in town are like suspicious that a house got built immediately on the beach, just out of nowhere? And then we just end up living in it and like the carpenter in town doesn't know about it? Doesn't that seem kind of suspicious? I feel like that feels a little weird. He was from Santa? Yeah, okay. Okay. As long as we tell them that, I think it'll work out. You think the goddess got the zoning permits, right? I feel like no. I feel like zoning permits to build on the ocean must be really complicated. So I don't think so. Like, I don't think she asked the mayor, which has to be how you do zoning here in a small town. So, yeah, no, I think that was built illegally, to be honest. They are so complicated. They are. My mother-in-law lives on a lake. And, they had all these problems with their dock. And it's like an old house, like it's a house that she like inherited, basically. And there was a pre-existing dock and the dock was like falling apart, so they just wanted to like fix the dock, and it was like a whole huge to do to try and fix the dock, just because of like the permits you would need to ensure that you weren't going to like mess up stuff in the ecosystem in the lake was like wild. To be frank, this is a world with a literal goddess that you can just like visit. They're probably cool with whatever she wants to do. True. I mean, She does have a statue right outside the church, so we know who they're, worshipping. So maybe if I was like, the goddess gave it to me, they'd be like, oh, okay. No problem. Then carry on. They'd roll up to me and be like, who gave you permission for this? And we'd be like, the goddess? And they'd be like, oh, alright, well, fine, I guess. Fine, I guess. Just see to it that you get the right permits next time. Imagine literal Jesus showing up like, y'all mind if I build a beach house, and try telling him no? I feel like I could tell Jesus no, but yeah, like, if I was a disciple of the church, that would probably be harder. That's true. See, I'm not part of his church, so I'd be like, no, dude. Get the zoning permit, okay? You got all that power, you can get the zoning permit, no problem. Come on. Come back when you have it. But I can understand. If I was in his church, maybe that would be a harder thing to say no to. On the other hand, he was a carpenter. He probably does have yeah, exactly. Like exactly. Like he knows how to get the permits. We don't need to like baby him on that. He can figure it out. And, he's the son of God. Like he's got a zoning permit shouldn't be that hard if you got all that power. You know what I mean? He'll be fine. But he still has to get the permits. Alright, let's see. All of these, I'm going to keep the orange grass, but I'm going to sell the yellow grass because that is not a cooking ingredient as far as I know. I think zoning laws were different in the Roman Empire. Well, they definitely were, but like it wouldn't take him that long to pick it up. Based Raz takes down Christianity on stream. I didn't take it down. I just said Jesus would need a zoning permit too. He would have to get the build permits correct before he could do anything. Like he could figure it out. I have faith in him. He seemed like a fine dude. He was also anti-capitalism, so I think he'd figure it out. He'd get it together. He seemed to play nice with others, so. Alright, it's Aqua's birthday today, so we do have to go say hi to Aqua. Give them a birthday gift. Weather tomorrow. Okay, it's gonna be nice and sunny. Okay, Maiden Memoirs is creepy, so we're gonna skip that one. Excuse me, ma'am. Here, have a pet treat. Enjoy. He said 2,000 years of continuing education. Yeah, he'll be fine. Don't worry about it. He'll be all good. Oh. What is this? An X egg. An X egg from a chicken with a very high affection level. That's sick. Alright, I guess I'll keep that for now. I'll put that in my fridge, because that'll now be like my new highest egg level, I think. An X egg. Also, my rabbits are ready to be sheared. Okay. And let's get everyone's food. Are you sure? Because if I died for humanity's sins, I'd just call it there. Just gonna hang in heaven, with Sean Connery and James Earl Jones, Hey. Yeah, I mean, he can do whatever, but he just, he needs a build permit if he wants to build. I did enough, they can figure the rest out. See, I think that's probably what I would be like too. I'd be like, you know what? I feel like I did enough. You guys can sort it out for yourselves. What, a guy can't have a hobby? He can have a hobby, but he needs the permits. He needs the permits. Hobby away. Ain't nobody saying he can't have a hobby. But we are saying he can't just build wherever. And I think that's reasonable. In fact, everybody should have a hobby. Hobbies are very important to your health and happiness as a human being. You gotta have stuff you like in this world, otherwise, I don't know, life seems tough. And if you turn your hobby into a business, you need a new hobby. You need to figure out a new one. Too many people go make their hobby their business and then it gets spoiled. And it's not fun anymore. It's like, well, yeah, you need a new one. You need a new hobby. Duh. Point of a hobby is that you don't monetize it. You chillin'. It's a thing you do for fun. Okay, let's see. Oh, I can never get back that way. Let's see. Sorry, Rue. I gotta push you, my friend. Keep going. There we go. The cows are just a little too chunky sometimes. Alright, we got enough for here, and then we're gonna need 2 more fodder for the other side. My partner's written 3 novels in the past like 11 months. No way anyone could do that kind of outfit if it was a job. Exactly, like it won't be fun. The problem is when you monetize, when you turn your hobby into the way that you make your money and the way that you like feed yourself, is it then there's like an added pressure to it that kind of takes away the fun element of it. And then there's like, yeah, you have to then like do well, and that changes your relationship with the activity. So it's better to just kind of be like, okay, I got my hobby, I like doing it, and then if you end up being like, I want to do this hobby as my job, then you have to pick up a new hobby to fill the hobby hole. If I had to paint my miniatures for money, I'd lose it, right? Like that, it would be very stressful. Also, what kind of miniatures do you paint? Are you into like Warhammer? Or other stuff. But yeah, if painting miniatures was suddenly your job, it would be a lot less enjoyable. 40K? Oh nice. My husband and I are getting into playing the old world together. That's fun though. Okay. That is all set. Well, I mean, he's played Warhammer before, both 40K and Warhammer Fantasy, but I had not played before. But yeah, you can't make your hobby your job without picking up a new hobby. Otherwise, you just end up kind of sad and burned out. And that's not how anyone wants to be, you know? That ain't it. Alright, let me grab nature sprites. Okay, they have 2 days left, but it's Aqua's birthday. And I think, is Aqua on the farm today? No, it's the triplet crew that are here today. Okay. So I will go up to the sprite's house, give Aqua their birthday gift of flour, because they really like flour. I don't know why they all really like flour, but they do. It's like their favorite gift. Okay.
Oh wow! Did you know today was my birthday? Thank you so much!
You're welcome, friend. I love their little beds. Honestly, I love their little house. Like, look at this place. It's literally so good. Also, I don't know. Hold on, let me check. So trying to see like who has the most hearts and if it corresponded to the like diaries that are out, but they don't. Alright, I'll give everybody a gift.
Wow, yay! Thank you, thank you! I love it a super duper lot! Yay, wee! Thank you, thank you, thank you! I love it to bits! Woo! Thanks very much! I like it a whole lot!
You're welcome, Plum. I'm kind of sad I messed up Plum's birthday, because the purple sprites are often my favorite sprites, and I accidentally gave Plum fodder, which they don't like, on their birthday. So not only did I give them, like, not a good gift, but, like, an actively bad gift. The kind of thing you would do to an Animal Crossing villager if you wanted them to move out of your town. Brutal. Absolutely brutal. Alright. So, I think we're good on that. I don't know if sleeping in the beach house is going to negatively impact my relationship with Ellie, so I think I'm not gonna do that for now, but maybe once we have a kid and we get all the kid cutscenes, maybe the last night that we play in the game, we'll stay over in the beach house. Because it's already taking so long to get this kid, like, I do not want to take extra time. It's already taking a while. They do have like a nice rain sound. It's probably way too quiet for you guys. It's just like a nice little pitter-patter of rain in the game. It's not overwhelming. It's not aggressive. Some games it gets kind of aggressive, but though I think as far as rain ambiance in games goes, I think Animal Crossing has the best. I don't know of a game that tops Animal Crossing's rain ambiance. I think they got it on lock. They figured out the formula. More people should have just copied them, but same thing with their fishing minigame. I think they have the best fishing minigame of anybody. More people just needed to copy it. Whoopsie. Oh my god, Zach. Okay, that was actually fine because I was mid-cast. Normally, if you've already cast, it makes you pull your line up, which is super annoying. Also, I just realized we hit 200k. Crawling our way up to 1 million. I guess if I was really trying to get to 1 million faster, I would expand my growing plot. But the problem is when you mess up and you have a big growing plot and you forget to get the sprites to come, you know, do stuff for you, then you're really in trouble. Because then it takes like the whole day to water everything. Plus all your energy usually. Oops, I forgot they do one at a time there. Alright. Nice. Let's see, tomorrow we got nothing. Alright. Nice. I think I might go ahead, save here, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting a little peckish. I'm feeling hungry. So, let me go ahead and swap back. There we go. And I will put it out of the game so it's not playing other music in my ear. But thank you guys for joining me today. Thanks for coming and hanging out. I appreciate you guys. Let me take a quick look and see if anyone is around playing anything fun today. The giant URL that takes 5 million years to get rid of. Let's see. And let's see, is anyone doing anything nice and cozy and chill? Because that's really where we want to go hang out. As far as our schedule goes, we're going to be back tomorrow. We're going to be playing some Monster Hunter Wilds. If anyone needs help with their A rank Arc-Tempered Raydao time, you are welcome to come join in. We can get you a nice A rank. We'll just be doing some Arc-Tempered Raydao in the squad lobby until everyone's got their stuff, and then maybe we'll do some crowns and some other assorted farming of monsters as one does. Let's see. I don't see a lot of cozy stuff happening right now, so I might just end out and let you guys go forth as you like. But before we go, everyone make sure you do a great big stretch. Make sure that you are an uncooked shrimp, if you must be a shrimp. Make sure you get a sip of something, doesn't matter what it is, something is better than nothing. If you're like me and you need to get something to eat, I hope it's very tasty. If you need to get some sleep, I hope you get lots of good rest and only have good dreams. Let's make sure that our jaws are nice and unclenched and our brows are unfurrowed. But as always, thank you guys to all the new cottagers, all the old cottagers, all the lurkers, all the chatters. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for stopping by, spending some of your Saturday with me. And as always, I hope you all have an excellent rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening, and hopefully I get to see you guys again very, very soon.